Hey guys, I'm back and we are working in Chapter 7 in our textbook Adobe Creative Cloud Revealed by Chris Botello. And in this chapter it's focused on gradients and envelopes and fills, but we are going to, as well as blends. This next exercise is probably the last one that I'll demo for you for this chapter unless I have some additional requests. But in this one, we are going to work on applying envelopes to a gradient and pattern fill. They can be used, envelopes can be used to distort objects that have linear gradient fills or pattern fills, but we have to activate that option to do so. And so we are going to scroll down here and create an envelope or envelope, however you prefer to pronounce that, distortion with a top object. So we are going to go into Illustrator and we're going to open to a file and open, and we're going to open 7-6, and then we are going to make that so it's a little more compact. We're going to save it as I'll save as envelope. What was the next three word? Okay, envelope top object underscore your name. And then we are going to copy the yellow circle. So we're going to select, I'm going to deselect that and then select the yellow circle with the selection tool, or V. And then I'm going to copy it and paste in front. So I'm going to do a command. Since I'm on a Mac, you should do a control if you're on a PC. A command or control C, that copies it. And then we're going to paste it in front, which is command or control F, and that pastes it in front. And that front is the one that's automatically selected. And then we're going to go over to our layers panel. I'll show you if we can. Those are the two. This is the one that I just copied and pasted, and you can see that that's selected. And then we're going to go over here, and we could have done that on the layers pattern, this on the layers pattern as well. We're going to hide this selection. So again, if you go back to your layers panel, you'll see, I thought maybe we could see some kind of an icon other, then you can see that the eye is not visible on this one. So that means that that particular selection, that circle, is now hidden. All right, so we are going to select all. Go back over here and do a command or control A to select all. We're going to go to Object on the menu bar. We're going to point to Envelope Distort, and then we are going to click Make with Top Object. And our work should resemble figure 24 or mine on the screen. And you'll see a round envelope distorting a flat star pattern. Nicely done. All right, now we're going to go back up here to Show All, to Object. We are going to Show All. We are going to fill the yellow circle with the purple berry gradient on the swatches panel. Which I believe is this, just based on the color. We're going to send that circle to the back. You know, I don't think that's right. I'm going to, it says it's on the swatches panel, but I wonder if it's on the gradient swatches panel. All right, this will take just 2 seconds. I'm just going to check and make sure. Okay, I will listen to what they're telling me. Purple berry gradient on the swatches panel. Yeah, I don't see that, so I am going to be back in just a moment while I look for it without taking up your time. Okay, I'm back, and of course, now the dogs picked the time to start barking. We can find the gradient. Remember, I went to the swatches and couldn't find it there, so we can close that out, and we're going to go over here again to the gradient. And if you click on this little down-facing arrow here, it will show you where the gradient swatches are, and we want the purple berry. I'm going to close this out. And then we're going to send the circle to the back. We still have it selected, so we are going to go to Object, Arrange, Send to Back, and then our image resembles that of figure 25 or mine on the screen for yours. So the radial blend enhancing the effect of an envelope distortion. So we're going to Command or Control S to save that out, and then we can close that top object document. All right, in this next exercise, we're going to create an envelope distortion with a mesh. So we're going to do File and Open, and we're going to open 7-7, and then I'm going to make this a little bit smaller so you can see it. All right, then we're going to do a file, save as, and save this as an envelope mesh. Underscore your name. And then we're going to select all. So I'm going to make sure I'm on that document, do a Command or Control A to select all. We're going to go to Object on the menu bar. We're going to click on Envelope Distort, and then we are going to click Make with Mesh. And the envelope mesh dialog box comes up, and we are going to type 4 in the rows and 4 in the columns text box, and then click OK. Now you'll see that there are 5 mesh points on each horizontal line. We are going to deselect, and then we're going to select the second and the fourth columns of mesh points, top to bottom, using the Direct Selection tool. Now remember, I have to hold down my Shift to select that second column. So it looks like we have the second and the fourth column chosen. Now we're going to press and hold Shift, and we're going to press the up arrow twice. And you'll see that pressing an arrow key in conjunction with the Shift moves a selected item 10 keyboard increments. So whatever you have set in your preferences, that's going to, for keyboard increments, that's going to move it that times 10. Then we're going to select the middle column of the mesh points. And we're going to again press and hold Shift, and then we're going to press the down arrow twice. And we are going to deselect and then compare our screen to figure 27 or mine on the screen. And we have created an envelope distortion with a mesh. Now we are going to save our work, Command or Control S, and we're going to close out this document. This time we're going to create an envelope distortion with a warp effect. So we're going to go to Illustrator and do a File and Open. We're going to open 7-8. Again, we're going to make that a little bit smaller. And we're going to do a Command 0 to fit that in my space on my window. We're going to do a File, Save As, Envelope Warp, and underscore your name. Okay, then we're going to select all, Command or Control A. We're going to go to Object on the menu bar. We're going to point to Envelope or Envelope Distort and Make with Warp. Envelope Distort, Make with Warp. We're going to click the Style List arrow. We're going to choose Fish, and then we're going to click OK. And our screen, your screen, should resemble figure 28 or mine on my screen. We're going to undo the distort, Command or Control Z to do an undo, and then we're going to go over to the Layers panel and make layer 2 visible. We're going to go to Object on the menu bar. We're going to point to Envelope Distort and then click Make with Top Object. Now maybe they did, but I did not. Okay, we're going to undo that. We're going to make sure that I have all selected because honestly I don't know if I did that or not. Command A, that selects everything. And then we're going to go to Object on the menu bar, point to Envelope to distort, distort, Make with Top Object. Okay, and that does then, I just did not have it all selected. You'll see that you get the same result as you did using the fish style warp, and the reason is that using the envelope distort feature with a warp is the same as using the feature with a top object. The difference is that warps are pre-made shapes rather than those that you've made on your own, and that's with a pre-made shape. Do a Command or Control S to save your work, and then we can close out this document. All right, and I think that that will be the last, I know that will be the last demo that I do for Chapter 7. Unless you ask for an additional one, and I'd be happy to do that, just let me know. Thanks, guys, and I will see you later.